Whoa, whoa.
Tough Talk with Dr. G.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Tough Talk with Dr. G.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello and welcome to the 4th edition of the Tough Talk with Dr. D video podcast. I'm Dr. D. Today's date is Saturday, January 26th, 2008. And today's a special day because I'm introducing a new segment on the Tough Talk with Dr. D podcast. And that'll be coming up here shortly. It's kind of a secret until you get to it, though. I didn't have any questions from listeners, but I did, however, have someone answer the medical question of the week, medical word of the week. So we'll get that to you shortly, too. I don't really have a topic. I thought of a few topics that I thought I might discuss today, but none of them really suffice. But what I really want you to do, even if you don't have a question, email in a topic or just post a topic on my blog of what you think we should talk about on the show. Anything medical, anything science, and anything really will go. I mean, whatever you want. It's your web show, not really mine. So whatever you want to discuss, we'll discuss. So without further ado, I guess we'll do the new segment, and then we'll go over to the winner and the new medical word for next week. All right, here's the new segment. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome to the first edition of the Current Events for Teenagers newscast. I'm Dr. D. Our first story today is about the past actor Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger died, and he was only 28 years old. He died Tuesday in his apartment. He was found by his masseuse, who was actually there to give him a massage. The masseuse, when he realized that Heath was not responding, not breathing, he contacted Mary Kate Olsen, who was a friend of Heath Ledger's. Then Mary Kate, after he called Mary Kate 3 times, then he called the paramedics. Heath left his daughter, who is 2 years old, who has for some time now been in the custody of Heath's ex-fiancée. Heath starred in roles such as The Patriot. He was Gabriel in The Patriot. He starred in the controversial movie Brokeback Mountain, and he starred in a new movie that hasn't even been released into theaters yet, the new Batman movie. He played Joker in that, which is interesting because he may end up winning some awards for that, but obviously he won't be able to accept them. The awards will just go to the estate that he left to his daughter. Our next story, this is kind of a humorous one. This happened in a town in Texas. Yesterday, the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals made a call to the local police station in a town in Texas, saying they had reason to believe that there were some neglected and or abused animals in a house. So the police went to go check it out, and this is what they found. They found more than 200 animals, some of which were exotic species. They found, here's the breakdown, 26 exotic cockroaches, 2 bearded dragons, 68 dogs, 16 rabbits, 15 guinea pigs, 13 gerbils, 7 doves, 2 dwarf hamsters, 2 hedgehogs, a possum, 1 opossum, and a pink-toed tarantula. That is what they found. They were counting the animals late on into last night. This is what I think. Either this man got all these animals and spent all this money on them, because some of them seem exotic, and even if they weren't exotic, they must have cost a lot of money altogether. Either he got all these animals and just couldn't take care of them, or he wanted to spend all of his money and then just neglect these animals, which does not seem very likely to me, but whatever. Alright, this has concluded our first newscast of the Current Events for Teenagers. Now back to the Tough Talk with Dr. D video podcast, episode 4. See you next week. Alright. Alright, it's that time again. Time for me to introduce this week's medical word of the week. This week's medical word of the week is fibromyalgia. And you can see that right there on the screen, as well as my email address. Just email the answer to jacob.doral@gmail.com. Alright, now here's the winner of last week's word. Alright, the winner from the last week's medical word of the day is Jordan Jackson from Wilmore, Kentucky. And of course, the medical word of the week last week was progeria, which is when your body ages faster than you are old. Like an example, I saw a program on it. There was a 6-year-old who had already had several strokes and heart attacks because his body had aged so quickly. Usually these children, their skin gets all wrinkled and their hair falls out. And also a 14-year-old boy could have the body of an 80-year-old or 90-year-old man. So they usually don't live very long in human years, but because their bodies are so old. So their bodies have aged so fast and it makes them so old. Their organs give out faster and everything. It's very interesting. It's a very sad but very interesting disease. But there's new cutting-edge research that's coming out on that. So I hope you enjoyed this week's edition of the Tough Talk with Dr. D video podcast and the new segment, Current Events for Teens. Excuse me. Hopefully you can just leave some comments or post some questions or something. Just tell us what you want us to talk about, and then we'll deal with that. You can post those comments on toughtalkwithdrd.blogspot.com, or you can email them to jacob.doral@gmail.com. Thanks. Have a good night. Till next week, I bid you adieu.